Ryan, I'm waiting for Kyle. It shouldn't be long now. Unless he decided not to come. Well, I wouldn't blame him. But no, I think he will come. Just to see what I want from him after all these years. Kyle is, we used to be good friends. We went to high school together. We even started a theatre company, mostly with girls. Initially, it was just a trap for pretty girls like you. We used to organize castings for plays, and in the audition scene, the girl had to kiss her acting partner, which was one of us, of course, while the other played the role of the director. It was a bit of a scam, but to avoid getting prosecuted for sexual harassment, we eventually had to perform our. Then we moved to Mumbai and attended the same acting school, still together, Kyle and I. Yes, in those days, we were inseparable. You could even say that Kyle here was my best friend. Then we started casting, working a bit, each on our own, small roles in TVs and films. The years went by and Kyle and I, we saw each other less and less until the day we stopped seeing each other altogether. I don't know why. Actually, I do have an idea why. But no, I don't know. Kyle is still an actor like me. Well, he does small roles in TVs and films. You know those guys that come up to you, hey bro, listen, if you watch season 2 of episode 5, you will see me. I'm the guy who brings beer in the 21st second. However, he's not a bad actor. He just lacks ambition. You'll see, Kyle is a nice guy. Yes. And no, not in the way that, because when you say somebody's nice, you immediately think of someone a bit stupid. Who knows why?
Ryan,
Hi, Kyle.
am I interrupting you?
No, please. Come in.
Okay, what's this setup? Is this a joke?
What?
You didn't mention about a public audition.
It's not an audition.
So what? You are the one who asked me to come?
We are in a theatre.
Yeah. Right.
So absolutely. How have you been?
Are you sure you want us to start chatting as if nothing has happened right here in front of the audience?
Pretend that we are in a theatre, that nobody's here. Precisely. Do you want something to drink? I'll get you coffee. I just got a great espresso machine. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This idiot has always had a knack of putting me into awkward situations. Ryan and I have been old friends. Well, more like childhood friends, because to say old friends, it would imply that we are still friends. But, we used to get up to all sorts of mischief together back in high school. We were a part of a theatre group we set up together, with a few girls too. Anyway, we both became professional actors and we each went our own way. I haven't seen Ryan for years now. That's why I was surprised when he called me. Ryan had a bit of success with a TV series a few years ago. Back then, people on street recognized him and asked for his autograph, so he thought he was a star. Since then, we have never worked together anymore. Yeah, I wasn't a star, you see. Yeah. Now, more or less, he's doing supporting roles in theatre or on TV. His ego had time to deflate. Maybe that's why he thought of me again. Sit down. Here. Why don't you share the reason for bringing me here? We shouldn't keep all these people waiting. Maybe I just wanted to see you, plain and simple. We are friends, aren't we? We haven't seen each other for 8 years at least. 10. I was at your mother's funeral. We just didn't have much of a chance to talk. Yes, my mother's funeral, right. There wasn't the right time to talk about the good old days. It wasn't a very cheerful occasion for me, Kyle. You should have come to my mother's funeral. It was much more fun. By the way, why didn't you come? It's a vicious circle. If somebody attends the funeral of somebody close to you, you're obligated to return the favor, and before you know it, you're attending 2 funerals in 1 week. There are people whose entire families I have cremated. When you know a lot of people like I do, it ends up being a budget issue. Flowers are expensive, So now I don't go. Period.
It's true you were busy back then. Mr. TV star had a lot going on.
Kyle, I told you I was on a film shoot. I couldn't get away. I hope that's not why you're mad at me.
Did I say I was mad at you about something?
I don't know. We used to be friends. Now we don't talk. Did something happen?
Something?
We're not mad at each other.
No, I don't think so.
So you could even say that at one point I was your best friend.
His best friend. What does that even mean? When you are a baby, you have a cuddly toy. When you are a kid, you have an imaginary friend. Then you have a best friend. After that, you have a girlfriend. If you are lucky, you get married to her, and then you forget about your friends. That's life. That's how it goes. Your wife becomes your best friend too. I guess if you could sleep with your best buddy, you wouldn't need to get married. That depends on what we call a best friend. What does friendship mean to you exactly?
I don't know.
If I needed money, would you lend it to me?
You need money.
That was just an example.
Kyle, if you need money, I should let you know I don't have any.
You still haven't told me why you have called me.
Do you remember that theatre company we started?
Yes, I remember. It was fun while it lasted.
It got you Aditi.
Yes. Don't tell me you have organized that kind of casting today and you want me to play the role of the director. We have outgrown that, don't you think?
Too bad. Do you remember that girl?
Listen, Ryan, listen. Nostalgic evenings aren't really my thing. What do you want from me exactly?
What are you working on currently?
I'm working on several projects.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are they? Theatre? Short films?
Until they are done, I prefer not to talk about it. What about you?
Me?
Yes.
I never stopped. I'm booked for the next 3 years.
So that's why you called me, to inflict upon me the list of your countless successes. When you know I struggle to make ends meet like so many others.
You just told me you have a lot of projects on the go.
That's what you say when you have no work and you're just waiting for the phone to ring. And you know that pretty well.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize things were so difficult for you.
What is the point of all this, Ryan?
I have some big news to tell you.
Big news?
Yes.
Big news for you, I assume. Something that will revive your career, make you look down upon others even more.
Do you really find me that self-centered?
Why should I care about your success, Ryan? Do you want me to applaud for you? Do you want me to ask for your autograph? Is that it?
It is not at all what you think.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What is it then?
I said big news, not good news.
Not good news.
No.
Not good news.
No.
Then what is it then? Bad news?
Yes.
What's the bad
Yes.
news then?
I've just been diagnosed with brain tumor.
No.
I don't know what got into me to say that. It's not true, huh? I was running out of arguments. That really got under my skin. According to him, success went to my head. I'm the worst kind of opportunist and I despised everyone, starting with my close friends. It's not my fault though, if I've achieved more than him. I'm not gonna spend my life apologizing for having a certain talent and knowing how to sell myself. If he were a true friend, he should be happy for me instead of envying me all the time, shouldn't he? Okay, it's true. I didn't help him when I was in a position to do so. Instead, I let him fend for himself. You see, I'm not in favor of nepotism. But to invent that I have a brain tumor, I don't know. Maybe I just wanted him to feel sorry for me instead of envying me all the time. To see how it feels to play the victim and receive pity.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Kyle, you don't have to apologize. It's not your fault.
They can treat you, right?
The tumor is in a very difficult location. It's not operable. I have about a year left, maybe less.
And yet seeing you like this,
Yes, right now I don't have any symptoms, but according to the doctors, it won't be long before they start to appear. So I'm just taking this moment to bid farewell to those I love.
I'm deeply touched, Ryan. If there's anything you want me to do.
Thank you. Unless you found a miraculous cure for cancer.
I'm really moved, Ryan. I'm sorry. But do you really think we can pick up from where we left off a few years ago just because one of us won't be here in a few months?
I don't know. They say some animals, they get closer to humans as they approach death. Maybe humans get closer to their friends as they see the end is coming.
Yes, maybe.
If you knew you were condemned, you would have called me, right? Honestly. Okay. We saw each other less and less. What happened?
Listen, Ryan, when we were young, we lived our friendship in the present. We did stupid things together. Gradually, we became more reasonable, and then we did fewer and fewer stupid things. And when it still happened to me, we just talked about the good old days.
Or we would tell each other about our achievements just to see how much more successful we had been.
Yeah. And in that game, you were sure to win.
Kyle.
It was depressing, even deadly. To try and move forward, I had to stop seeing you.
And now I'm going to find it hard to move forward. There's one thing I would like to ask you.
Anything you want.
Can you take care of my cat when I'm no longer here?
Your cat.
Yes. I don't have anybody else. She's the only best friend I have. Besides you.
This isn't a joke, right? Because if you invented a brain tumor just to get back in touch, that would be really twisted.
Okay, that wasn't my intention. I got carried away, I swear to you. We are on a theatre stage. I got caught up in the moment. I improvised.
Playing with others' feelings is monstrous, Ryan!
You just told me we don't do stupid things together anymore. That's why we are no longer friends. I thought this was a great opportunity to get back on track. You should be happy.
No, I'm actually disappointed. I could already see myself at your funeral. I also had a few words in my mind for radiology. I could have talked about the unbreakable friendship that bound us for so long, the destiny that prematurely put an end to a promising career.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
You truly are a miserable idiot. I never want to see you again.
Kyle! Exit. Wait, Kyle, wait. You were willing to become my friend again because I was going to die. Now you hate me just because I'm completely fine. That's a strange concept of friendship.
But Ryan, why?
I don't know. I thought you were right. It was inappropriate of me to call you to announce good news about myself.
Good news! So it's good news then?
Good news for me at least.
What's this good news then? Are you nominated for the Pan Parag Film Fair Award? do you want me to join you, watch you being honored? Is that it?
You're jealous of my success, aren't you?
As Varol said, everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame.
It's better than being an extra, Kyle. It's better than being an extra.
Your so-called success has gone to your head, Ryan. You forgot about your real friends and you're still single.
So are you? Aren't you? Well, you became single again.
Okay, so you're well informed, huh? And that makes you happy, doesn't it? Knowing that if you didn't get Aditi, at least she's no longer with me.
You're completely mistaken, I assure you.
That's what you never forgave me for. You're incapable of being happy for other people's happiness, Ryan. When your friends have something, you feel like it's stolen from you.
At the time, I wasn't even interested in Aditi.
That's right, she started to interest you when she chose me. It's unbearable for you, isn't it? That someone could choose me over you. Worse, it's incomprehensible. It goes against the natural order of things.
You're raving?
Well, my friend, whether you like it or not, we flipped the coin that day and the luck was on my side. I called for heads and I got to kiss Aditi while you played the role of the director. And in a few years later, I was the one who married to her.
I wasn't jealous of that, I assure you.
Oh, come on. I saw the way you looked at her. But you have to face facts, Ryan. I cannot be a loser in every aspect of life. There has to be some kind of justice after all.
Of course.
I was happy with Aditi. Wonder why I left her.
Probably because it was she who left you.
How did you know that? Did you see her again?
It was a coincidence. We do the same job. It's normal to bump into people from time to time.
We never crossed paths again.
And she didn't try to avoid me. Hmm?
You didn't sleep with her, did you?
Not on the day of my mother's funeral, I assure you.
So you didn't sleep with her?
Wait, I'm getting married.
Getting married?
Yeah. To Aditi.
Tell me this is another one of your jokes, Ryan. How could she do this to me? So you wanted to tell me this in person?
You said you're supposed to be happy when our friends are happy.
Got some nerve, yeah. Rejoicing over the happiness of a friend who had just stolen my wife.
Excellent.
Did you want my blessing, or was it for the pleasure of crushing me just a little bit more?
I never wanted to crush you, Kyle. In fact, I've always admired you.
You admire me?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. You've always considered me as a failure.
Don't exaggerate, you haven't failed at everything.
Couldn't even keep Aditi. Now you're taking your revenge.
Do you really think I would marry someone just to get back at you? Huh?
But why out of all the women did you have to choose her?
I don't know. When I saw her again, we realized we had a lot in common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
including a friend. Listen, Dan, at least tell me this. Your relationship didn't start when we were married. It's not because of you she left me.
Kyle, I swear to you.
How can I say to you?
What would be the point of telling him the truth? It's true. I've always been in love with Aditi, and the fact that she chose Kyle over me, I suppose it made her more desirable in my eyes. I saw her again when they both came for my mother's funeral. They were still together, but I got the impression that it wasn't true love anymore. And Aditi made it very clear that she wasn't indifferent to my success. She stayed a little longer after the cremation. I offered her a drink at my place, and I don't know what happened. But we ended up passionately making out on my mother's couch. But we didn't see each other after that for years. Until last year, we accidentally bumped into each other, and that's when our relationship truly began. Kyle, you have to believe me. She had already left you. I would never do that to a friend. You don't have to come to the wedding.
Oh.
Thank you. So, we have plans together.
Planning to start a family.
Theatre projects.
Oh, I see.
Aditi is very talented. She just didn't have the chance to demonstrate it yet.
Because she was with a loser like me.
Don't make everything about you, Kyle. You accuse me of being egocentric. The world doesn't revolve around you either.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't hold the entire world responsible for my own failures.
I heard you wanted to quit acting. If you need a job.
Oh, you're gonna compensate me for taking my wife away now.
She's not your wife anymore. She's mine. Besides, it's ridiculous. Women haven't belonged to anyone in years. They are the ones who choose.
Oh, so now you're gonna give me a lesson in feminism.
I'm just trying to help you.
You didn't reach out to me all these years, and now that you're with Aditi, you wanna help me.
Why not?
Can I leave now?
Kyle, I'm considering buying this theatre
Oh, you said you didn't have any money.
with Aditi's money.
It's getting better and better.
Kyle, see, I have ambitions. I have ideas, but I'm not diligent. I want someone who can do the paperwork and hold accounts.
Not only do you steal my wife away, but you also want me to do your household finances.
you would still be an actor.
What does Aditi think about all this?
Actually, she's the one who suggested it. She said that this all could be like our little baby, the three of us.
Are you sure there wasn't any hidden message?
You're not sleeping with her. Are you? Kyle, what do you mean you've seen her again?
Listen, we spent quite a few days together. It doesn't stay away like I left with her once or twice.
Once or twice?
Maybe let's say 3 times.
And the last time? When was it?
I don't know, about a month ago. Yesterday.
Aditi and I got... We decided to get married 3 months ago.
I'm sorry, if I understand correctly, your future wife is already cheating on you with her ex-husband.
Apparently she could never choose between heads or tails, right?
Yeah, right.
But I don't blame her, she's always been too independent. Maybe one day we'll make the 3-way marriage official.
Excuse me. Are there any auditions happening around here? This is the theatre, right?
Yes. For the good old days?
Yeah, for the good days.
Yes.